What do you want to say when you mention the word nature? Something else, of course. You don't point at a thing, at a domain, at some reality of the world. You point at a conceptual divide. What does it divide from? Probably something like culture, or industry, or human. Natural is one half of a pair of notion, the twin sister of cultural. They always go together. No, they are not twins, they are actually Siamese twins. They are joined by the hip. This is why it's such a cumbersome term. If you try to cut their link, both will die. Culture, of course, but nature just as well. Let's try whether you are able to avoid nature altogether. You find yourself in the middle of a city. Is it natural? Well, obviously not. And yet every stone is coming from a quarry nearby, in the middle of a field. Every steel beam has been made out of iron kept for millions of years inside a seam deep in a mountain. Might not look natural, by contrast with, let's say, a forest or a field, but its materials, every atom of them, are coming from a domain which you would have initially called natural. Now, turn toward a forest or a field. Is it natural? Well, superficially, yes, because it's green, it's quieter, less noisy, and it might smell better. But don't be fooled. This field, if it has been deeply plowed for generations, and now loaded with chemicals several feet down, is just as humanized, just as technical, just as artificial as the city you have just left behind. As to the forest, even if you think as a virgin forest, chances are that every tree has been planted fairly recently, or that it has regrown after having been cut down to build the nearby city. So, what do you want to say, after all, when using the word nature or natural? Probably something like material, to which you have added some sort of vague timestamp on it, untouched yet by human hand, or now abandoned by human hand. That would clarify the meaning somewhat. Nature is materiality minus human intervention. But very quickly things becomes more complicated, because human is also coming from somewhere. What would it be if not nature? Nature is not what human, but human is nothing but natural. So you're trapped. You must have made a mistake. I told you those terms are Siamese twins. They are there together to distribute what's good and what's bad. What appears as natural, virgin, untouched by human hand, and what is unnatural, artificial, polluted, industrial, technical. You cannot escape their moral opposition. Now, suppose you start from a completely different point of view. Life forms have consequences. Their metabolisms leaves behind a lot of waste. This waste is used by other life forms. Now you may begin to follow those connections without using either nature nor culture. Why? Because a city is what is left behind by human action, just like a termite mound is left behind by the action of termites, or a dam by that of beavers, or oxygen in the atmosphere because of cyanobacteria emissions, or forests because of the way trees adjust to one another and control in part their own climate. Everything on Earth, in this sense, is artificial. Everything has been engineered by life form. But not everything is good. Not everything has been well divided. Not everything can be possible at the same moment. Is this not, after all, what you meant when you were struggling with the word nature? Were you not looking for the right judgment about good and evil? The right tool for discernment?